This is Josiah Plays Sunless Sea. We're here on Hearthsake Island, part of the Empire of Hands, and we have a couple of options to look into here. The first is the Lost Treasure Hunter. He squints at a map, muttering incoherently.
Northfleet shitty the bats have brought down.
He wipes his brow.
Have you seen a big axe on the ground by any chance? I got these 4 map pieces that got me this far, and said axe would mark the spot, but I can't find an axe anywhere.
He looks at the map sadly.
It should be here. It says, now, where am I supposed to dig?
He is too busy to talk right now, but adds that he will be in the village later if you want to trade adventuring supplies.
Don't try the meatballs,
he warns, getting back to his search.
You just don't want to do that.
Alright, good tip, Lost Treasure Hunter. No meatballs. Let's approach the village. Greasy smoke and guiltily tempting aromas rise from a collection of huts around a long beached pirate ship, and a field of pointedly impaled monkeys. Oh wow, so they're not like living in peaceful coexistence here. An explosion almost takes off your head.
Sorry about that,
booms the boisterous pirate, lowering a smoking blunderbuss as bits of shattered tree rain down.
New arrival, are we? Well, if you haven't got a tail, you're all right by me.
He squints, momentarily suspicious.
You don't have a tail, do you? Wouldn't put it past the thieving little buggers to go shaving one of their own. Wouldn't know fair play if it kicked 'em right up the arse.
His voice is louder than his blunderbuss. The congealed meat juices in his thick beard are better not considered. It was not madness that drove these pirates to cannibalism, but years of being shipwrecked without the comfort of meat. After a while, any meat would do. Let's return to the boat. They seem a friendly sort and are shocked at the idea that they would ever be such poor hosts as to eat a guest, but then they have no shortage of supplies. Wow. Back to Port Stanton. The Zee is quiet. The journey is pleasingly uneventful. You have not been eaten by cannibal pirates. All things considered, a successful trip. I do judge that as whether or not a trip is good. Do I get eaten by cannibal pirates? Yes/no. If the answer is no, I think that adds a star to the review right there. A whole star. The apes watch you hungrily. Exploration's complete. Perhaps you can use the information you've gleaned. Prepare a comprehensive port report. Few have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. The islands of the Empire. Oh, I gained 100 fragments. All of them warrant further attention. For now, though, it would be best to see if your initial discoveries can whet the interest of anyone back home. Comprehensive port report, Empire of Hands. There is much still to discover here, but this will suffice for now. Looking for a rowboat. They all appear to be in use at the moment. Looks like I can't. You make a note to return later. Until then, business awaits elsewhere. If only the monkeys had proper ships, their islands would have proper docks capable of handling yours. Oh well. You'll need the help of someone in Fallen London to continue exploring the Empire of Hands. Check your lodgings after submitting your port report. Alright, good to know, good to know. Port Stanton. Any reason to see the mayor? Same stuff as before. The Zeppelin. And then there's shore leave. Do we want to try shore leave here? I suppose we do. I suppose we do. The parasynthetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There is no authority beyond the fence. A hunting party. Monkey soldiers scour the jungle for fresh meat. The Empire has little of it, but the unsold monkeys are considered fair prey by their civilized, ensouled betters. So too are any humans who might disappear without too much trouble. Once back at court, both will be served up and heralded the finest venison, veal, chicken, and pork for a court that knows what it is supposed to like, but not what it actually tastes like. You hide in the bushes until the hunting party is gone and slip away undetected in the other direction. Gain 20 fragments. And that's all we can do here. I could poke around the shore, but nothing happens. An aborted journey. The path through the jungle soon becomes dark and treacherous. The predatory eyes of desperate monkeys staring from behind every bush and tree. Exploring this island will have to wait for a more auspicious day. Alright, I guess we're done here then, for right now. Wait, but how do I do the thing with the mushroom wine? I thought this is where I needed to bring the mushroom wine. To turn it into coffee beans or something. How does that work? Is this not the place? I don't remember. I thought this was the place. Well, we're done here anyway. So... still need to find polythreme, and I'm running low on fuel now. Do I think it's up here, or do I think it's over here? I think it's over here. I need to find a place where I can get some cheap fuel. I can't remember what this place is. Oh, this is Irem, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to run out of fuel and it's going to be a problem. Godfall, some distance to the southwest. Okay, I don't think Godfall is what I'm looking for. Polythreme. Oh! I found it! I found it! We hear those voices that will not be drowned. This is the Sea of Voices. We are close to Polythreme where nothing is truly dead. Oh, I found it. Discovered Polythreme. Endure, Forlorn. Discovered. Got a secret, discovered Obey, Commingle. What's all these names? What is this strange place? I found Polythreme. Oh, this is where the Claymen are from. Cool. I'm so happy that I found it. Here is Screaming. Polythreme. Taciturn Claymen. Taciturn Claymen. Evasive clothes colonies. Walking like humans. Cobbles that groan underfoot. On the hills above, a palace villa of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. I can gather intelligence. What news from Polythreme? That'll get me a port report. I can collect the Cheery Man's cargo. Well, let's start with the obvious stuff. Let's get our port report. What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands. But there's unrest in the air. The Claymen you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not. The maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. There's a Clayman, he's got like a symbol carved into his head. These guys remind me of like Warforged from Eberron. I have a port report of Polytheme. The city cries out. Shore leave. It's an expensive place to reduce terror. Okay. Let's collect the cheery man's cargo. A great temple has been wounded. It will be years in the dying. It groans and shivers, and the claymen avoid the place out of fear and respect. But you meet one of their number in the shattered chamber where the altar once stood. Oh, and I had to spend 1,000 echoes, that's right. And I have an unstamped crate of brilliant souls. What souls are these? The clayman swallows the coins in handfuls. For safety, not out of appetite, you assume, and hands you a crate of whispering souls. Human? The souls back home are all but silent. Perhaps these are the souls of chairs, hats, swords. That's polythreme for you. Very strange souls. Return to the Blind Bruiser in London. Don't lose your cargo. Okay. Excellent. So that's a start. Carry claymen to London. Are they passengers or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable. Unless, just unless, one turns out to be an unfinished man. Should have 6 units of cargo space available. That seems intriguing. We want to go back to London anyway. An audience with the king with the 100 hearts. Is there a shop here? There is a shop here. I can sell Stygian ivory for 30. I wonder if that's a good price. I can buy We Are Clay. We will work. We will only work. This trio of clay stokers will reduce crew requirements, but also crew capacity, and will slightly increase engine power. They are fitted to an auxiliary slot. When they are not in use, they will stand patiently, hands by their sides, flat gray eyes unreadable. One will say sometimes, "I like it when it is quiet." Alright, well, they use the auxiliary slot, and unfortunately... Oh. All I have in there is torpedo nets, which I don't care that much about. Do I want this? -3/4. Plus 250 engine power and plus 5 iron. Is this worth it? I'm kind of feeling like it's worth it. Let's do it. Now we could only have 27 crew. But that means we now only need like 13 or 14 to go at full speed. And our engine power and our iron is up to 60 as well. Destroy. Increases the damage your attacks do. We need to work on pages. Look how low our pages is compared to everything else. How many secrets do I have? Secrets. What do they look like? They look like this. I don't know what that says. 11? 12? Who does pages for me? Who's my pages person? Fails. Like, nobody. Seriously, not a single one of these officers increases pages? What the hell? I guess not. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'm not increasing pages right now. Alright, do we want to have an audience with the king with 100 hearts? I think we do. The clay broker, leaning on his copper staff, examines you coolly. The king will see your little friend, he says. No, he won't see you. Not just now. He gestures for you to hand him the watchful curio. Oh, that's what these are for. They want him here. Alright, he can have one. That night, the hill of Polythreme quakes. The words on the walls uncurl themselves. The birth cries are everywhere heard as claymen sit up, opening incurious eyes, awaiting their tithing to London. The clay broker waits on the quayside. On the flat palm of his broad hand, the watchful curio squats, but it is changed. "I regards to stone," is all he says. 6 fragments. I now have a wakeful idol. Its eyes glitter with awareness. Its melancholy has dissipated. Now you sense anticipation. I don't know what that's for. Alright. I don't know if 30 apiece is good price to sell Stygian ivory or not. I guess I'll carry some claymen to London. I have a lot of hold space. Let's just save right here. And, they troop aboard. Each one lies down in its appointed position next to the other, nestled snugly, head by foot.
"We are for London,"
one explains to you. We now have 6 claymen marked for London.
"Good day, I will not cause trouble."
Sounds good. I guess we're done here. Alright. Well, my only concern right now is my fuel situation. With 10 fuel, I don't think I can get all the way back to London. But maybe I can. If I keep the lights off. Uh-oh. Unfinished pirates. Godfall to the east. Okay, we'll stop at Nuncio. Discovered the Antonine Abyss. Don't even think about it, pirates. You don't want none of this. They don't want none of this. The amount of this they want is none. We'll hit up Nuncio on our way. Principles of coral. The corpse rainbow glow from beneath the waves echoes the false stars above. Distant bells. Scuttering and chittering in the corners of the hold, humped shapes on the deck rail, ratsy air emboldens vermin. What exactly is ratsy air? I don't know if I'm familiar with air which is specifically ratsy. Ah, the post office island. The Finknottle Vortex. It's a great name. A really great name. Nuncio. Do not return, sender. Alright, so is there anything new we can do here? We can assemble a port report. We could, explore along the beach. What do we want to do? Do we want to rescue a squashy parcel? Do we want to take soundings? We've taken soundings before. Let's rescue a squashy parcel. Accepting no further, says a red scrawl across the wrapping. A funny smell, and little wonder, the string of rats within may once have been fresh and, to certain tastes, delectable. It is now rather the worse for decay. Giving the parcel's contents a hasty burial is the best you can hope to do. Just before you dispose of it, though, note the recipient's name and address. A name of some power, worth remembering. So we gain 10 fragments. Doesn't look like we can do much else here. We could buy some fuel at an inflated price if I felt like I really needed it. Let's take a look at the map. We're at Nuncio. Oh no, we can make it to London on the fuel we have. We have 7 fuel, we can get to London. Let's get out of here. I ain't gonna keep the lights off though. Sailing across the Unterzee. The Unterzee. I almost ran into that. Maybe we'll stop by Demo real quick. I think we have enough fuel to do that. I hope. Maybe I'd better not. Maybe I'd just better go straight in. Luminescent beasts like eyeless dolphins play in your wake. That sounds beautiful. Only 4 fuel left. And it's going down fast. Only 3 fuel left. And it's going down fast. I'm getting nervous now. I'm getting nervous. Please tell me we have enough fuel. We're almost there. Come on. Oh my god, are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? You're being watched. Fed the crew. I think we can trade some recent news for a sea story or something here. Let's just dock at this light ship real fast. Speak to the crew. Yeah, we do have recent news. Lose 5 terror, gained a sea story. Oh, I could buy fuel here if I really needed to. Oh, do I need to? Nah, I can make it. Turn that light off right the fuck now. I got this. I got this. Yeah, because once you get down to 0, you actually have a whole other barrel. So many times I've come back to London or the Iron Republic when I was coming in with like almost no fuel left and just barely made it. Alright, let's dock. Returning to London. And it doesn't look like the Revs are gonna fuck with us. Customs enforcement or anybody. Collect messages from the Harbor Master. Are there messages from you? Another day of free evening. Roser's Wharf. Blind Bruiser. Something's changed. Someone wants to sign on. Alarming Scholar wants to see me. Warm congratulations. Welcome home. You may ask how it is I'm here to meet you, and I may remark that we have eyes in the wastes and eyes in the hill. In fact, we have more eyes than a knot oracle, and they're all glad to see you. And, of course, your cargo. Let's hand over the cargo and claim my payment. All I got was 200 echo for that? Seriously? Ah, very good, very good. Please accept this small token of my thanks, and please also accept my thanks. And my patron's thanks, which we, being persons of honor, what understands the true nature of dealings, is much more important. Still, spending money is always good, isn't it? And a captain must eat, and so must a ship, which is why, if you look under the pier, you'll find a few helpful contributions of fuel and so forth. Alright, so he gave us 3 fuel, 1 supplies, 200 echoes. That's not an impressive payment, considering the difficulty of that delivery. You were paid. A shadowy figure has made you an offer. You've lost the crate, unstamped crate of brilliant souls. Well, it's better than nothing. Alright, where are we going? Oh, trinkets. Deliver the trinkets. Oh, shit. Let's go to the Roser's Market real quick. I do have a thing of Scintillac. Yes, a tattooed courier will pay well for a consignment of Scintillac. Wait, what does this guy want? He wants Scintillac, so no, I gotta save up my Scintillac so I can give it to this guy. And he wants hunting trophies, which I have 3. Okay. Should I... Let's just save here. Let's deliver the trinkets. The man waiting is not a cultist. He is just another ordinary citizen, wearing a silken blindfold. In a few years, perhaps everyone will be wearing them. Deliver the trinkets to the waiting man. Still a firmly sealed crate of what are absolutely not sorrow spider eggs. Well, that's a relief. Or maybe you just got lucky. Either way, they made it. So did you. Someone else's problem now. What was the address on the crate? The Shuttered Palace? On second thoughts, it hardly matters. Another 100 echoes for the trinkets. Alright, now what do I do with the, Claymen? Deliver Claymen. This is where they wanted to be, or at least where they're supposed to be. Ashore. One by one, they rise uncomplainingly, with no trace of stiffness or discomfort from the long voyage. The deck resounds beneath their heavy tread. A shroom yard manager waits on dock, tapping her foot. About time, she says. Here's your payment. Come along now, you. There's a good construct. No longer have any claymen, but I gained another 120 echoes. Alright. I don't want to hire any more crew. I could see if there's another... No, there's not another officer for me. Alright. Let's... I need to repair. I need to get rid of my terror. Let's go to my lodgings. Peruse your comprehensive port report in private. Perhaps you are unwilling or unable to take it to the Admiralty. This will give you a single secret rather than a fee. Oh, should I? I don't know. Let's read the morning papers. Lost terror. Gained recent news. Let's spend time with the family. Wasn't there something else? I could do... This is the thing I have to do to win the game with my background that I chose. I have to write the Song of the Z, which is ludicrous. 77 Distant Shore Memories, 77 Z Stories, 77 Tales of Terrors, 40 Secrets, a port report from, like, every fucking where, practically. A Dread Surmise, that's, like, the tough one. A Shrine to Stone, an Anatomical Cabinet, oh god, this is not gonna happen. I can either do this, or I can do the Estival thing, which is probably what I'll try to do, if I even do that. I may retire at some point without even doing a win condition, because they're really grindy as far as I know. But I'm not done yet. We're not there yet. Okay, hold on. Let's spend time with the family. Just enjoy their company. Lose 20 terror. Anything new going on with the voracious diplomat? I could pick up an agent. Oh. Adventurer. The alarming scholar. A little present from the scholar. You've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. Dark glass. Now we've read this before. 2 supplies. Okay, cool. Do I want to give any of this stuff to the scholar? Don't really think I do. Ah, I could give the scholar the wakeful idol. Maybe I should get an agent. I have a friend, the diplomat says casually, who would be grateful for passage somewhere else. The Khanate, for instance. Why not? A name and address, both are probably temporary, but they're all you need. Lost 1 favors, but I have 22 of them. And gained a diplomatic agent. This one keeps out of the way. They will sometimes be needed to improve an espionage network. Anything else I want to do before I go to the Admiral? Nope, let's go to the Admiral then. Let's pass on the strategic information he wanted. Okay, we've read this before. 150 echoes. And a favor. Let's, ask what he needs. No. Let's ask if there's anything in particular he needs. This port. Speak to our agent there in return. We'll see that you're rewarded. Ah, from Codex this time, huh? Okay. And shall we now turn in all our port reports? I don't have that many this time. Gators Moor, Nuncio, Grand Geo, that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that's a respectable number of port reports. Gators Mourn, you have something to tell us about the pirate fleets of the forest. 1 fuel, 30 echoes, Nuncio. Ah, yes, that place that lures away postmen. One hears no end of complaints from the postal service. 1 fuel, 30 echoes. The Cumaean Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. 5 echoes. Khan's Heart. Been to the salt steppes, eh? Yes, this kind of material is always of interest. How a nation could be so barbarian and so decadent at once is beyond me. But they're terribly dangerous. Another fuel. Another 75 echoes. That is a good place to get a port report. The Iron Republic. Excuse me, I need to unlock this, and this. Oops, and this. Could you place your report inside? Yes, I imagine someone will read it, eventually. There's always someone. Voomph! No, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Some reports should not be reported. No, don't concern yourself. This was my 3rd best suit, and the Admiralty offers a modest allowance for document-related damage. Perhaps it's best if you leave now, though. Good day. Fuel, gain 3 terror, and a fragment. but no, money. Mangrove College. Oh yes, the muddy philosophers. Do tell. Fuel and 50 echoes. Nice. Savior's Rocks. Now this is a new one. Goodness, we don't often hear news from there. Screaming sometimes. How curious. No spiders at all, they say. They are indeed blessed. 1 fuel, 1 favors, 50 echoes. Nice. Polythreme. Here's another new one. The King with 100 Hearts. What a useful fellow. Without his exports, I'd be delivering my own coal. 50 echoes, fuel, and a favor. Empire of Hands, another new one. Oh, and this is the comprehensive port report, so hopefully I'll really get paid for this. Oh, goodness. What are those accursed monkeys up to these days? You didn't bring any of them back with you, did you? Report submitted. Such a ghastly place. A pause. You know, there was somebody here asking about it only recently. Delightful lady, as I recall. Most delightful. Yes, I shall take the liberty of forwarding her your address. 300 echoes, not bad. And a fuel, and a favors. Alright. You return from the land of soul-stealing monkeys. Port Carnelian. You know, I sometimes wonder whether that place was a good idea. I didn't say that. 1 fuel, 30 echoes. Grand Geode. The Grand... Yes. Yes, of course, we're generally quite well informed on that topic, but since you're here, perhaps you may as well let us know what your own impressions were. 1 fuel, 10 echoes. Khan's Shadow. Oh, these are always fun! Come on, let's hear it. Lost 5 terror. Other officials gather around to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about the Khan that the Shadow produces so efficiently and so entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter, and encourages the deputy recorder to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. 1 fuel, 30 echoes. Wisdom. Brr, did the oracles look hungry? 1 and 30. Quaker's Haven. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? 1 and only 5. Alright, well, we're done getting paid. We have an okay number of echoes here. Not as many as I would like to have, though. I saw a screenshot of somebody who had over 1 million echoes in this game. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Alright. I think we're done here. We obviously need to resupply. Is there anything I'm going to sell here in London? I could sell these Claymen for 300. How much did I pay for them? How much did I pay for them? Like 250 or something. I might have even paid 300. I don't remember. Might have paid 200 though, which would be a nice... Foxfire candles, flares. I'd like to have one of each of those in my hold for times that you need to use them for different things. Stygian Ivory sells here for 28, so it sold for 30 at that other place, so that was a little better than London prices anyway. I know I want... Oh, that spider silk sells here for 50. And parabola linen for 60. Ah, that's nice. But I need to know where to do the... That whole trade route that I was going to do. That was what I was going to do this time, was this trade route thing, where I took the... I was going to take the mushroom wine and trade it in for coffee, and then take the coffee and trade it for parabola linen, and then take the parabola linen down to Adam's Way and sell it. But the trading the mushroom wine for coffee thing kind of fell apart. And I don't know why. I thought it was supposed to be at the Empire of Hands. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have to go somewhere else to do that. Maybe I don't need to buy fuel and supplies right now. I'll go down south to the cheaper places and do it. I should buy some... Well, before I buy a bunch of mushroom wine, though, I want to know that I can actually do something with it. Yeah, we'll come back and buy mushroom wine. How much does it sell for here? 21 a piece. Where else can you buy it? I wonder if you can buy it in Iron Republic or Port Carnelian or any of those places down there. Alright, what do I have in the way of, like, mission-type stuff? I know that the Admiral wants me to go to Codex. And... I need hunting trophies in Scintillac. Scintillac I know I can get at, Port... What's it called? Cecil? Port Cecil? Is that it? Yeah. Codex is way up here. There's still some areas I need to explore on my map, obviously. I don't know what I should be doing next. What's up with my hold right now? What is my hold situation looking like? I got fuel supplies, I got a strange catch, 9... I gotta get those... I gotta get rid of this linen and mushroom wine and all this other crap. My hold is, like, really filled up with a whole bunch of, like, miscellaneous junk that I don't know what to do with. 73 out of 120, and only 39 of that 73 is supplies and fuel. So I have 34 miscellaneous things taking up space in my hold that are non-essential. I was thinking about going on a trip to the surface and trying to make some money that way. I guess I would need to fill up my crew to the max. In fact, to get rid of the weird clay temporarily, fill up my crew, and then... go down to Iron Republic, buy some fuel. I have a lot of supplies right now to be going to the surface. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now, or what I want to do right now. I want to figure out this whole... trading the mushrooms for whatever thing. I want to do that, but I don't know how. Tomb colonists. Anything else I can do here? No. 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 Yes! I can. I can go talk to that lady that the Admiral was just talking about, who should be in my lodgings. That is a new thing I can do. Oh, I should repair my hull, too. Where is she? An invitation to Benthic College. Your travels have caught someone's attention. Yes, here we go. Let's save before I fuck anything up. A delightful invitation. Benthic College is pleased to invite you to an exclusive and educational evening with Lady Agatha Treadgold, delightful adventuress and raconteur of thrilling true tales of feist and spunk. On the back is a scribbled note. Come speak to me afterwards, darling. Opportunity beckons. Yeah, let's go to the lecture. Opportunities are always worth exploring, at least. A trip to Benthik. Benthik is the most open-minded of the London colleges. You find yourself waiting for the lecture in a queue of students, devils, and bohemians, observed with some scorn by passers-by in Somerset colors. Yeah, I know about this from Fallen London, from the Fallen London browser game. Is there's these two colleges at the university that hate each other, Benthik and Somerset. And my character in Fallen London sides with Benthik, not Somerset, more so, just so you know. That's irrelevant right now, but I'm just saying. Benthik's the one that's cool, in my opinion. Somerset's kind of the lame one. Ah, there's the delightful adventuress. Her feet have trodden lands most in the Neath have never even heard of. Her eyes have seen every opportunity for fame and glory while there. An evening with the delightful adventuress. Whoever she is, she knows how to pack a hall. Not a seat is empty as she takes the stage. The fine cuisine of the Chelonet. The fine cuisine of the Chelonet, the darling clayman, all but a prelude, my dears. Her stories tend toward the fanciful and conveniently unprovable, but the delightful adventuress has a credulous audience spellbound for hours. Many of her tales of monsters and lost cities have a common theme. She visited them ahead of a certain Lady Leonora Fortescue, the quite adorable, daring archaeologist with whom she sparked a bracing rivalry back at finishing school. The rest are tales, bitter as the sourest grapes, of being cheated of triumphs by the very same Fortescue, whose fanciful fictions are fit only for the penny dreadfuls. By the end, her stories are notably more bitter than boastful. She still receives a standing ovation. So she doesn't really sound as legit as I was thinking she was going to be. But she does have a business proposition. The delightful adventuress's masked clayman, Barnabas, escorts you to the principal of Benthik's study, where she sits sipping brandy by the fire. Ah, my dear Capitano! Firelight glints in her eyes as she raises the glass. I hear you are recently returned from the empire of... Oh, monkeys? Hands. Yes, of course. It is a rare breed that can make such a voyage. Foolhardy, too, perhaps. She sips her brandy. I wish to charter your no doubt fine vessel to that primitive little island chain. There I shall find what I need to show up the infernal Leonardo Fortescue once and for all, and you... The delightful adventuress squints, sizing you up. Sufficient compensation will not be a difficulty. A most mutually beneficial arrangement, you will agree. Hey, Boss Pie, how you doing? Good to see you. Boss Pie, you just won 2 Steam keys and you have no idea what they are? Well, put the keys in and see what happens. See what you get, I guess. I don't know. Where did you win 2 Steam keys from? Alright, yeah, we'll take her. Yeah, we'll go back to the Island of Hands. Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Except, it is a long voyage, but you know the way, yes. Ah, splendid! The delightful adventuress drains her glass dry. Then we shall see you upon the morrow for the voyage. Barnabas, pack my valise. Adventure awaits! And we now have one delightful adventuress, the Neath's greatest explorer, in her own mind at least. Take her and her bodyguard to the Empire of Hands. She's in my hold now? Yeah, she is. You can't log into Steam. Really? That's weird. Why not? So hold on, I want to look at my map. So I want to go back to the Empire of Hands, and I still think that I could somehow trade mushroom wine for coffee beans there. But I need, like, a decent amount of fuel and supplies to actually get there and back. Well, to get there, I'm supposed to go there, up to Irem. Am I missing a place? Am I leaving a place out here? Hey, Nox Moo, how you doing? Good to see you. Moo. Moo in the house. It's the apocalypse. Was I missing a place? I thought it was just Empire of Hands. To Irem. To Adam's Way. or London. What's going on with your Steam, Boss Pie? Well, alright, so I'm gonna need... Hopefully maybe now that I have her, I can unlock some new thing at the Empire of Hands, and that's what I need to do the coffee beans thing. But it could be wrong. I need to check the wiki, basically. Well, we are essentially out of time here. Let me repair the ship. Let's see, how much do I want to repair here? I can spend 75 echoes. I can spend 100 echoes, 25 echoes, and a favor for complete hull repair. I have a lot of favors. Or I can use supplies to let the Ratus Faber people do their thing. I feel like I should let my hull get lower before I repair it again. Before I use up a favor to repair it. I wonder how much you get back for the 75 echoes. I should find out. So I've just saved, and we're going to... I'm doing well, thanks, Noxmoo. Good to see you. I'm just about to stop playing Fallen London and switch to Pillars of Eternity. In just a minute here. Alright, let's see. 75 echoes. Let's see how much it repairs my hull. I'm at 141. Oh. It repairs me all the way. All shall be well! All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. Probably. So that'll pretty much completely repair my hull, unless it's super low. For 75 echoes. Alright. I can live with that. I know I'm gonna need some... Well, it depends. If I'm gonna go south first... to get fuel and supplies at but maybe I don't want to go south first. Maybe I want to... I'm not sure. So we'll figure it out in our next episode. Next episode I will decide how much fuel and supplies to buy, decide whether I'm going to sail, decide whether I'm going to come south first and then go back up north, or if I'm just going to go straight across. And what I want to do as far as the trading thing and all that. I'm going to figure all that out, and we'll see what we do in the next episode. But that is pretty much going to do it for this one. So, thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Sunless Sea.